Drink told me the plan and I say I'm with it. We jumped in the car and went straight to the riches. Yeah, we went straight to the riches. He told me this one gon' bust both of our wrists. I told him he playing, he says no gimmicks. I told him let's get it, I told him let's get it like.
Yo, famo, we is back, man. I know the vibes. You give life a new meaning when you're dreaming. It's your boy, man. We got the Cartels of Cape Town Part 1. Let's get right into it. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's get it.
On the 29th of April 2021, at around 2 p.m. in the afternoon, the South African Police Service along with the Western Cape Anti-Gang Unit were involved in a high-speed car chase near the suburbs of Century City in the city of Cape Town. They were trying to stop two vehicles, a white Toyota Hilux and also a black Mercedes-Benz. Two of the individuals inside the vehicles were wanted men. They were suspected of orchestrating the murder of Detective Charles Kinnear, who was gunned down in front of his home. CCTV footage of the police chase shows the two vehicles which the suspects were traveling in being cornered by unmarked police cars next to a construction site. Construction workers are seen running away after spotting the police officers jump out holding machine guns and surrounding the vehicles. The officers then opened the front doors of the Toyota Hilux and placed 32-year-old Nafiz Madak, who was in the driver's seat, on the ground. Two other suspects who were traveling in the black Mercedes were also arrested by the police. During the arrest, the two vehicles were searched. Inside the Mercedes-Benz, two unlicensed guns were recovered. In the second vehicle, which was driven by Nafiz Madak, one other unlicensed firearm was found.
And now to this developing story. Alleged underworld boss Nafiz Madak and three others have been arrested in connection with the murder of top cop Charles Kinnear. Kinnear, an anti-gang detective, was gunned down outside his Bishop Lavis home in Cape Town in September last year. He was investigating gun running and gang activity at the time of his shooting.
The murder of Detective Charles Kinnear occurred on the 18th of September 2020, 8 months earlier. The Western Cape Anti-Gang Unit member had just arrived home when a masked gunman shot him 5 times, hitting him in the upper body.
He didn't care about the
Screenshots of the CCTV footage show the chilling moments before Lieutenant Kinnear was shot dead, as well as the shooting. The unknown hitman, wearing a red hoodie and black Adidas sweatpants, was caught by several CCTV cameras as he loitered the area. But at 15:02 p.m., he was captured by Kinnear's own security cameras. 30 seconds later, the man can be seen next to Kinnear's car pointing a firearm at the detective. The identity and whereabouts of the man in the red hoodie is still unknown. However, it's alleged that police have since discovered the gun he used to assassinate Kinnear. It was a 9mm pistol, which had a serial number that was scratched off. The gun was located in a flat in Avonwood, an area about 9 minutes away from where the shooting took place. Shortly after his arrest, Nafiz Madak was detained at the Drakenstein Correctional Center, a low-security prison situated between Parle and Franschhoek.
Bro got one of them Call of Duty names, like Safak. Sound Russian.
Shortly after his arrest, Nafiz Madak was detained at the Drakenstein Correctional Center, a low-security prison situated between Parle and Franschhoek, within the Western Cape province.
He's a very good guy and
he's being framed.
People like him in our space, so
y'all kids are sick.
whenever people like that is around, we must always look out for them. I don't think it's very fair according to what I've heard. We need to stand up for what we believe, and especially people who comes with a good heart. We do need people like that in our areas. And
it's just hard soul and breaking, which means people that have trillions won't do what this man does. Don't just feed Mitchell's Plain or Athlone. It's Joburg, Reigepark, different areas, Durban, all over Western Cape even. So it's not just based there, it don't just stop there. And if he don't feed, who will feed? Government don't feed, they can't do what he do. We know for the...
Wait, what does he do for the people though? What does he do for the people? Because, you know, they were just saying that he do a bunch of killing and shit. So what does he do for the people?
The fact that there's been a lot of plots to try and take him out. But this all happened just after he had made the case against the Hawks. How does that? It just, nothing adds up. I mean, he's not out on bail, yet people for deeper cases are out on bail already. No case against him or charge the way we see. He hasn't even had an opportunity to make a statement.
On the 3rd of May 2021, 5 days after their police chase, the 3 individuals including the man suspected of organizing Detective Kinnear's murder, Nafiz Modak, appeared in the Cape Town Magistrates Court amid heavy security. He was wearing a blue suit and a black and yellow scarf. The South African police minister was also present in court that day, along with high-ranking members of his police service. Prior to the court proceedings getting underway, barbed wire was used to cordon off a section leading to the courtroom. A water cannon was on standby, and 30 heavily armed anti-gang units
What the fuck they need this shit for? Wait, not this one.
to the courtroom. A water cannon
The fuck they need this? Oh, to put everybody in there or some shit? What the fuck is this for?
was on standby, and 30 heavily armed anti-gang unit and public order policing members secured the premises. Inside court, armed anti-gang unit members flanked Magistrate Ronald Oliver and provided protection to the prosecution and the accused. During his court appearance, the state brought out a long list of charges against Modak, including 7 counts of attempted murder. It is however the cold-hearted murder of the Honorable Detective Charles Kinnear, which would go on and expose the terror, chaos, and pain that Nafiz Modak and his friends have brought to the people of the Western Cape.
But how they gonna put that on him though? Like, they don't know who the person in the red hoodie is that killed that officer. How they just gonna say it's him or his people or whatever? Like, how they just gonna do that?
For the past 5 to 10 years.
Sad to say, but boy got away with that murder clean. Y'all can't find him. Y'all can't find him. 24, 2 years earlier. Okay.
An early morning ambush. According to police, Pete Mahalik was shot twice in the head while dropping his 2 children at school. Those who knew him are stunned.
A 50-year-old man was shot in his head and he was fatally wounded inside his vehicle by an unidentified suspect. So the witnesses that were around on the scene, they saw the suspect fleeing in a metallic silver or metallic gray VW Polo, and the victim's 8-year-old son sustained an injury and then he was rushed to hospital.
Damn, he almost caught the
Mahalik was
father
known to
and the
move in
son.
Cape Town's high-profile circles, a celebrity lawyer.
Yeah. He wanted to get the father and the son in that car. But the lawyer was probably was doing somebody's case that was popular and them people didn't like that at all. They're like, fuck it, let me take out the lawyer so you can't win your case or some shit like that. Well,
who often took on suspected organized crime figures as clients in criminal cases. Investigators from the police's anti-gang unit were deployed to the scene, an inference that the shooting could be connected to Mahalik's defense of underworld figures.
30th September 2018. The time is 7:26 a.m. in the morning. A black Mercedes-Benz SUV is captured by a nearby CCTV camera making its way up Thornhill Road, a quiet street which is situated in Greenpoint, an affluent suburb in the Western Cape. Now, inside the vehicle was a family of 3. A 58-year-old father, named Pete Mihalik, who was seated in the driver's seat of the car, and also has 2 young children. Mihalik was on his way to drop his kids off at Redham High School, a prestigious private school just a few meters away. Driving behind a silver-gray VW Polo, the video depicts Mihalik coming to a stop at the intersection of Thornhill and Cavalcade Roads in order to drop his daughter off for school. As soon as she opens the door, a man wearing black pants and a red t-shirt is seen pointing a 9mm pistol at the right side of the SUV. The hitman shot Mihalik 2 times through his window.
Probably hit him in the back or shoulder or some shit because he getting out
Seconds
the car.
later, the hitman lowers his hand, places the gun in a bag, and then runs down Thornhill Road. Mihalik's 8-year-old son was shot once in the neck. Fortunately, he merely had surgery to remove the bullet from his jaw, when a parent nearby quickly rushed him to the hospital. The boy's father, however, was shot 2 times. Once to the side of his head, penetrating his skull, and also once in his jaw. Pete Mihalik's body, covered in a white sheet, was wheeled into a forensic pathology van a few hours later. Mihalik's funeral took place at the St. Mary's Catholic Cathedral, 10 days after his assassination. There was a heavy police presence around the church, and at least 8 private bodyguards were stationed inside. There were also judges and lawyers from all around the Western Cape who had come to pay their respect. There were at least 3 high-profile individuals who came to pay their respects at the funeral: Ralph Stanfield, Colin Boyson, and also Nafiz Modak. And this is 2 years before the assassination of Detective Charles Kinnear. Ralph Stanfield is alleged to—
Hold up. Y'all seen boy face, bro? Holy. How you gonna meet anybody parents like this, bro? It's over. It's over. He don't want to be married. It's over.
Assassination of Detective Charles Kinnear.
What if I come to your crib like this? Like to meet your moms or some shit like this?
Ralph Stanfield is alleged to be one of the current leaders of the 28 Numbers Gang, a ruthless criminal organization which is situated in the Cape Flats. The only reason we know him is because in July 2017, he was also involved in a drive-by shooting in Melrose Arch, in the city of Johannesburg, whereby he was shot over 3 times and still managed to drive himself to the hospital. As of 2023, Stanfield, his wife, along with his sister, are currently facing over 100 charges relating to a gun licensing racket involving corrupt Western Cape police officials. Colin Boyson is one of the alleged underworld bosses of the Western Cape. He is the brother of Jerome Donkey Boyson, the apparent leader of the Sexy Boys gang, which is situated in Cape Town. At Pete Mihalik's funeral, Colin Boyson was out on bail. He had been arrested following the murder of Adrian Peterson, who died in a shootout during an argument with him 2 months earlier. On the 14th of November 2018, 14 days after he was assassinated, Pete Mihalik was supposed to attend a case in the Western Cape High Court, which involved extortion and money laundering. You see, Pete Mihalik was not just any regular civilian. He was a lawyer, more specifically one of the best criminal defense lawyers in the country. He was known for taking on and defending individuals who were closely connected to the Western Cape gang underworld. The case that he was supposed to tend to on the 14th of November involved both Nafiz Modak and Colin Boyson. They were accused of extorting the Grand Cafe nightclub out of 90,000 rands in early 2018.
The men face 1 count of intimidation and 8 of extortion relating to the alleged takeover of security at the Grand Africa Cafe and Beach last year.
So if it can't be the underbosses that killed the lawyer because they need the lawyer. They paying the lawyer a lot of money to help them, you know? So it can't be them. And then they went to the funeral. Unless they did kill the nigga and still went to the funeral too, but that don't make no sense because he's one of the best lawyers. I think it was like one of the courts, like the police, you know, like they put somebody inside of that shit set him up. Like you keep helping the bad guys win and shit like that, keep letting them free, and they keep killing people. So fuck it, let's just take you out. Feel me? So you can't help them type shit? I don't know. This is interesting though.
Year of flight risks and would likely evade trial.
CCTV footage of this incident shows Modak wearing a black vest and a white shirt, leading a group of men into the venue that they had forcibly took over and allegedly extorted.
Allegedly. Them niggas is probably just going to eat or some shit. Just got a big party. Party of 16.
The officer who was involved in investigating this case was none other than the Honorable Detective Charles Kinnear. Pete Mihalik, however, was supposed to be Modak's defense lawyer, as he had represented both Colin and Modak before. Although Charles Kinnear and Pete Mihalik used to be on opposite sides in court, it is said that they used to get along very well. It was during Modak's extortion case that rumors of high-ranking members within the South African Police Service working with notorious Western Cape gangs would start to spread around the country. With the November 2018 extortion and money laundering trial, it was the first time that the general public would hear the name Nafiz Modak, and it surely wouldn't be the last.
Mr. Modak, any comment
I don't have
on
much of a comment, just Mark Liffman should pay higher police for the next case. Thank you.
how do you feel about being acquitted now? All charges dropped.
That was a true story.
All charges dropped.
It's not true, but everyone is invited to the Grand for lunch. Thank you.
After Mihalik's public assassination in October 2018, Detective Charles Kinnear would be the one who was appointed to investigate his murder. This was one of the last cases that was being probed by the anti-gang unit member. Within 2 years of investigating Mihalik's death, Detective Charles Kinnear would also be assassinated outside his home in Cape Town in September 2020. However, thanks to Kinnear's investigation, on the 10th of August 2023, 3 crash dummies, who were suspected of being involved in Mihalik's death, would be arrested, charged, and sentenced to life in prison. They were also given an extra 10 years for the attempted murder of Mihalik's 2 innocent children.
3 fucking crash dummies. Holy. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, it sound like a little something going on with the police and the court and the gangsters and all that. I feel like a lot of money is involved in this shit. Something going on though, for sure. But I'm on the part 2. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you got some more videos for me, just put it in the comments or feel me. Follow me or DM me on Instagram. It's SolarDreamTV _. Feel me? You already know the vibes. You give life a new meaning when you're dreaming. This shit, boy, dream. I'm out of here, gangy.
Fake niggas, we don't do those. Fake niggas, we don't do those. Heart cold, heart cold.